Good evening, everyone. It's time for Sleep Learning Radio. Join us on a journey that will lead you to a restful sleep. Tonight, we will gently relax your mind and brain with fun and exciting riddles. Improve your English naturally and have a good night's sleep at the same time through riddles in English. Each riddle has an answer, but please value the process of taking your time and thinking to find the answer, because that time creates relaxation and insight and paves the way for a good night's sleep. Take a deep breath and relax your mind and body before starting the first riddle. If you're ready, let's start the first riddle. Let's get started. Here is the first riddle. I fly without wings. I cry without eyes. Darkness follows me wherever I go. What am I? Think about your answer. This riddle is an abstract representation of a certain situation. Thinking time start. Do you understand, everyone? Need more time to think? So I'll give you a little hint. What we should think about is what is in nature which decorates the sky above us. And this object has the power to greatly influence climate and weather. Did you find the answer? For those of you who don't really know, I'll give you some more hints. This object casts shadows as it moves through the sky. Moreover, it sometimes cries over our heads. Then we will have an umbrella. Now it's time for answers. What we were thinking of was clouds. Clouds fly freely in the sky and sometimes make it rain, so I described them as crying. And as the clouds move across the sky, they cast shadows underneath. That is the meaning of the part that says, wherever I go, the darkness follows me. An interesting riddle that makes you think about the beauty, power, and change of nature. The next riddle is, I am tall when I am young and short when I am old. What am I? What do you think the answer is? This riddle is about thinking about changes that occur over time. Thinking time start. Do you understand, everyone? Don't worry if you don't get the answer. I'll give you a little hint. This object is common in our homes, and its presence becomes even more important at special times. Also, when we use this, it often gives a beautiful light to the room. How is it? If you still don't know, I'll give you another hint. We said that this object ages, but in reality we can visually see how it ages over time, and the process can bring a certain peace and tranquility. Now it's time for answers. The answer to this riddle was candle. The candle gradually shortens over time, giving off a beautiful glow in the process. It was a thought-provoking riddle about the finiteness and beauty of life. Now for the next riddle. What must be destroyed before it can be used? Can you think of anything? This question is about what we use on a daily basis. Thinking time start. Do you understand, everyone? Don't worry if you can't find the answer. I'll give you a little hint. This object is especially common at breakfast and is used in many dishes. In addition, it can be transformed into various shapes and has a high nutritional value. How is it? If you still don't know, I'll give you another hint. This object is very delicate and should be handled with care. Characterized by delicacy, it has a fragile shell, but when you open the shell, a delicious surprise awaits inside. Now for the announcement of the answer. The answer to this riddle was egg. Eggs should be shelled before cooking, and hidden in it is food rich in nutrients for our bodies. This was an interesting riddle that made me reconsider what I usually use casually. Now let me pause for a moment and tell you a funny story about riddles in the English-speaking world. In fact, riddles has been intriguing and pleasing to people since ancient times. As far as how old it goes back to the 10th century. Yes, it's over 1,000 years old. One of the most famous is the 95 riddles in the Exeter Book. The Exeter Book is one of the oldest collections of English language poetry in the world and is filled with poems, prose, and riddles. Riddles that reflect medieval society and culture can tell us a lot about how people lived, thought, and felt during that period. And most of all, the wordplay and double meaning used in these riddles sometimes amaze us and make us laugh. But surprisingly, some of the Exeter Book riddles are still unsolved. That's how complex, deep, and fascinating those riddles are. Here is one of the riddles in the Exeter Book that is still unsolved. Often I must groan deeply. I am the powerful retainer of a king, able to cause fear. I am adorned with gold and fire and a sword. I am a protector of warriors. I make cities secure. I cause houses to be safe. Yet upon me enemies inflict injury forcefully every day. That is no source of prosperity for men, if they must pay for their violent deeds with their lives, when I reveal to them as I shall my strength and this mighty hand. The exact answer to this riddle is still a matter of debate, with several possibilities proposed, but no definitive answer yet. Some scholars continue their research over a long period of time. Please think about it. New discoveries and surprises often await us in the answers we try to unravel. Riddles are not just wordplay and fun, they are also tools to explore the complexity of language, culture, and society. And they continue to evolve with people, transcending time and place. The riddles we enjoy today are also part of that historical background, a testament to the ancient knowledge and insights that have been passed down to us today. Don't you think that the value of riddles will be deeper and richer if you take riddles as a kind of tradition and inheritance of knowledge rather than just a game? Let's move on to the next problem. What is a tool that can carry water even though it is full of holes? Do you have anything that comes to mind? This riddle requires thinking deeply about the properties of a particular material. Thinking time start. Don't worry if the answer doesn't come right away. I'll give you a little hint. This object is commonly found in homes, especially in kitchens and bathrooms. When we use it, it is often used to clean something up. One more hint for those who still don't know the answer yet. This object is soft to the touch and has a particularly high ability to absorb water. For that reason, it is important that this tool is full of holes. Now for the announcement of the answer. The answer to this riddle was sponge. Sponges have tiny pores that give them their ability to absorb and retain water. It was an interesting riddle that made me realize once again that the things we use casually actually have interesting properties. Let's move on to the last problem. What is it that allows you to travel around the world while staying in a corner? Take some time to ponder. Thinking time start. It's okay if you don't get the answer right away. I'll give you a hint here. This object plays an important role, especially when writing or sending messages over long distances. And although it is small in itself, its presence enables great movement. I'll give you another hint. This object is made of paper and has various designs and illustrations drawn on its surface. And it is possible to travel by sticking it in a certain place. Now for the announcement of the answer. The answer to this riddle was stamps. Stamps are affixed to the corners of letters and sent anywhere in the world. It's a very interesting riddle that seems to be a small existence at first glance, but allows it to travel great distances. That's it for today's Sleep Learning Radio. I hope that tonight's riddles made your evening fun and relaxing, and it would be our greatest pleasure if we could help you learn English even a little. We will bring you a new riddle next time. These riddles will guide you to a good night's sleep. Sweet dreams to all of you. Good night, and see you next time on Sleep Learning Radio.